Hello, and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called Crazy Hollywood Divorce Wars. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. We want you to like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so I want to make sure you click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we put up a new episode. I'd also like you to check out a service called hollywoodiscalling.com. It's a great service that allows you to purchase live phone calls from your favorite celebrities for only $19.95. There are more than 100 celebrities to choose from, so give it a try. hollywoodiscalling.com. Now, let's get started. Over the last 12 months, the economy has been horrific, and it has destroyed countless companies, jobs, and people. You know what else the economy has destroyed? It's destroyed so many marriages that it's like a divorce battlefield out there. We expected the bad economy to destroy marriages, especially the marriages of a lot of poor and struggling people. But what we didn't expect to see is how many rich couples would see their marriages disintegrated by what's happened over the last year. Hollywood marriages seem to be blowing up fast and furious in ways that surprised even us. We're going to tell you some incredible Hollywood marriage war stories that are stunning, amazing, and shocking, and never underestimate the ability of crazy rich people to do the unexpected. Now, we're not going to disclose any celebrity names because we don't want to embarrass anybody. But these stories are amazing. Okay, let's start with crazy Hollywood couple number one. This one still makes me laugh. On the outside, you would think this couple has it all. They're rich, they're famous, and things appear to be going really well to observers on the outside. But because the movie industry has been so shut down for the last year, he's been spending more time at home than ever, and they've been arguing and cheating on each other constantly. Now, this isn't a one-sided Hollywood war that with just the guy cheating. In the past, they would always cheat while they were away filming their own movies. But now that Hollywood has slowed to a crawl and they're spending so much time together at home, the whole cheating in secret thing is much more difficult to do. So they've begun to cheat openly with each other. What's interesting is that now their children see what's going on and they hate both their parents. The son calls his dad the playboy douche, and the daughter calls their mom a skankosaurus. The kids are threatening to start videotaping some of their parents meeting with their mistresses and their boyfriends, and then threatening to put the whole thing on YouTube. And this has the parents a little concerned because of how it might affect the divorce if they proceed with it. Now, Hollywood couple number two made a ton of money in the music business, which some people say is even skankier than the movie business. This couple used to throw wild drug parties in their mansion each month, and then the pandemic hit, and friends were afraid to come over for these parties. So this couple started to throw some parties remotely over Zoom. When using Zoom, they disabled the ability of guests to videotape the party. But what they didn't realize is that the guests could still pull out their smartphone cameras and just start recording the computer images off the screen while the Zoom party was raging. So then everybody became super paranoid about the possibility of those smartphone videos appearing on TMZ, and people completely stopped joining their parties on Zoom. So now this couple is unable to get anybody to attend their crazy parties, so they're forced to socialize with just themselves, and that's not going too well. In fact, the police have been called repeatedly to their homes, and the hostility is so bad that everyone is just waiting for them to file for divorce. Couple number three is the next crazy Hollywood divorce war, and this one is a freak show. Apparently, they've only been married a few months, and already he has caught her stealing money from his account and converting it to Bitcoin so that his lawyer and the judge can't get at it. He's claiming that she's already stolen more than $10 million from him and plans to keep it no matter what the prenup allows her to do. She says that she's not giving it back no matter what, and if the judge orders her to, she will just say that she lost the password to her Bitcoin money. So he's escalating things by moving the kids back to the Middle East, where he's originally from, so she can't find them or get them back. The problem is that neither one is giving in, and everyone now believes a judge will just toss both of them in jail for contempt until the money and the children are returned. So, what do two Hollywood lunatics stuck in a stalemate do next? Here's where it gets really good. Next, she's going to claim that her newfound religion doesn't allow her to give money to evil individuals, and he's claiming that all the anxiety medicine he has been taking have wiped out his memory and rendered him unable to remember where his kids are being held. I suspect a judge won't believe any of this nonsense, and both of these morons will soon be sitting in jail for quite some time. Hollywood lunatic divorce couple number 4 is like something out of a mental asylum. He's an actor and a trust fund kid who people say has to be worth more than $100 million. And she's a former soap opera star that used to be a personal masseuse and an aerobics instructor, which is usually just code for escort in Hollywood. One day they're arguing, and she gets so mad that she burns his $1 million sports card collection. So he retaliates and takes her nude porn photos and anonymously emails them to all her friends and relatives. When she finds out that everyone she knows has gotten these photos, she goes crazy and takes pictures of his private parts and has them photoshopped so that they look 90% smaller than they really are. Then she emails those pics to everyone he knows. The next day, he goes to the office and all his buddies start laughing and applauding and showing him the photos and offering him a magnifying glass to help him find the object in question. Everyone laughs, but deep down inside, he's going nuts. So he does what any Hollywood lunatic would do, and he buys his mistress a new sports car and then emails her pictures of the two of them driving that car up and down the coast. Some people are estimating that every time one of these crazy couples escalates the drama between them, then it will add another $100,000 in legal fees to their divorce battles. What no one seems to care about is that every time you spend more dollars on a divorce lawyer, that's less money that you and your children will be able to have and enjoy. So how do you get these crazy Hollywood divorce wars back under control and avoid huge legal bills? Well, the first thing you should do is avoid getting married in California at all costs. California divorce laws are the worst in the country, and they are so anti-male and so unfair that you will be shocked at the amount of legal bias and outright gender discrimination that some judges in California will demonstrate towards men. The next thing you should do is to stop believing that hurting your ex is the best way to get revenge. It's not. The more you try and hurt each other, the more your legal expenses will skyrocket, and the more likely the judge will be to rule against you. Another thing you have to keep in mind is that the longer your divorce case takes, the more likely that things will go badly or simply cost more than you ever thought they would. Everybody thinks that if they just hire the right, great, genius super lawyer, that they will still have some level of control and be able to determine the outcome of their case. But that is never possible. Long divorce battles are like long wars. Anything can happen over time, and it usually does. The best way to avoid this nonsense is to try and settle quickly, quietly, and inexpensively. Because I assure you that if you go to trial, almost nobody gets everything they thought they were going to get. With that, I want to thank you for watching, and I want to tell you that we're going to have more great celebrity interviews and breaking news stories coming up in the future. So we encourage you to subscribe to our free channel and click on the notification bell so you can get notified every time we post a new episode. Thank you for watching, and we shall see you soon.